The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Go! Go! Dallas Cowboys!
You're looking live. Tostitos Championship Plaza outside the Ford Center in the Star in Frisco. And if you see that little short thing running around out there on the field, that is my offspring. So shout out to Gray. What's up, little man?
He was waving. That's like kind of like right on time. He was like waving like you.
Was he?
Yeah. He kind of heard you were talking about him. Look, see him?
Got him out here on Victory Monday, fellas. How do we feel? I mean, come on. 81 degrees, by the way. Feels like 82. The high is 88. The low tonight is 68. We're finally getting out of 100-degree weather.
Canceling your plane tickets yet?
Nah, I'm going whether they go or not. I am gone that week, so y'all got to fly this ship solo. Man, what a beatdown!
It was.
I shouldn't have backed off my high points. I should have said 0 instead of 11 if I was trying to be cute. I mean, that was hard. That was hard to. It was uncomfortable to watch the end of that game.
Well, you just wanted it to be over with.
Right. I feel sorry for the folks that had to go out there and work on the field in the second half because you're ready to get on the bus at halftime, and it's like, I got to go back out there in this rain. And
Well, I talked to Brittany up there, a social media person. She said, as long as you're winning, it was fun being out there with Giants folks.
It was fun for that guy. It wasn't fun for the guy they showed right before that. No. If you're a Giants fan. Man, Nate. What?
It was not fun, by the way.
You know what?
Okay. Sorry, Chris.
I said I was going to bring gifts if we won.
Oh.
So for each one of you and the folks in the back that help with the show, I have a Nate Newton rookie card.
Oh, wow.
Rookie football card.
Rookie.
There you go. How about that? That is a sexy piece of man on that card right there. What do you think about that? So happy Victory Monday, fellas.
Happy Victory Monday.
Yeah, right.
Nate, what stood out
What are you
to
thinking
you?
about right here, though?
Do what?
What are you thinking about right here?
What are you? Yeah. Because you're some deep
Snickers,
thought.
I think.
This nigga high as hell.
It was hot out there. Where's the water?
What stood out to you the most about that game?
To be honest with you, man, it just I and I know I ain't supposed to be kind of saying this.
Say it.
I just felt sorry for the quarterback. For their quarterback, by the end of the game, I understand when you have not played in the preseason and you want to try to get as many reps as you can for your guys. Like I think the Cowboys probably went a little bit too far into the fourth quarter. But I understand going down with the ship. But, Lord, geez, you got this kid beat to death. I didn't like that one, bro. I mean, I'm glad we dominated. The Cowboys dominated. But, man, throw the ball away. Somebody tell this kid throw the ball away because that was not nice. That stood out to me more than anything is how they just got him beat up.
And that one shot they had of him getting up off the turf with the turf pellets.
Yeah,
in his
man.
face.
Wow.
Kurt, what about you? What jumped out to you?
Oh, just the dominance of it all. I mean, I was worried about them, being rusty, didn't play in the preseason. I mean, but that defense sure wasn't. Maybe that was impressive.
And Jesse, before you give us your thoughts, we love to give you crap when you're a hater, but you know what? I'm gonna give you your flowers. I'm gonna give you your flowers because listen at this. Rushing attempts. You called this last week. Pollard 14, Dowdle 6, Turpin 3, Vaughn 6, Prescott 1. Receiving 4 targets. 4, 3, 7, 3, 2, 1, 1. You said they were going to do that, and they did it. So hats off to you, Jesse. Good call.
I went and did a little research, right? I was studying and went and looked some things up. But To answer your initial question, what stood out to me in this football game? I mean, outside of the sheer dominance, and I don't think there's a wrong answer, honestly. But when you see guys like Wanye Thomas, Marquise Bell, the others on this football team step up and just in a Deron Bland, like we can set our watches and set our clocks. Micah Parsons going to be dominant, right? Mm-hmm. We can set it to that.
Tank's going to be steady.
Tank's going to be steady. Right? You know, Trayvon Diggs is going to be Trayvon Diggs, and Stephon Gilmore is going to be steady Eddie. But when you get the others, when you ask a guy like Marquise Bell a month ago, hey, young fella, listen here. I need you to play a little linebacker. I need you to develop and play some linebacker. And when you watch, he had a couple plays where he was knifing through and around offensive linemen and laying the bona fide wood, pause, on folks. Like he was just flying around the football field. And Micah has been saying it all offseason that we're going to be the best defense in the National Football League. And what an opening night to back that statement up. Daniel Jones was under duress from the word go. Yeah. And they did not outside of the first drive, right?
Which you were kind of like, oh, here we go again, running it up the middle.
Right? Remember, I said the NFL is going to test where you were weak a year ago.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe we didn't fix it. Maybe getting Mozzie, maybe Hankins just didn't fix it. Then they had the false start. Then they fumbled the snap. And that led to the field goal because they marched the ball down the field. They led to the field goal, which they then blocked. Wanye Thomas blocked, and the new kid, Igbenogany, right?
Sure.
Returned it 58 yards for a touchdown, and then the floodgates just opened up.
Hard. I mean, everybody's asked me, are the Giants that bad? Or the Cowboys that good? I don't care how bad you are. It's hard to shut a team out in the NFL, especially in, after halftime or in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's hard to do. And I mean, they're showing the replay right now on NFL Network as we're sitting here, and the Cowboys have been on that end of some of those games where it was hard to watch towards the end of the game, but I don't remember in the last 20-something years a performance that dominant on defense. And the offense didn't really have to do that much.
No, it's not making mistakes.
The thing that's amazing, and we talked about it Friday, once Barkley was through, and that's the deal. I hope y'all thought this way because it's too obvious. Daniel Jones is not that guy. He cannot toe the 10. Like people say, I don't fear his running like everybody else because as a few great coaches say, sooner or later you're going to have to drop back and throw the ball. Yeah. That is the great separator in the NFL. He could not drop back and throw the ball. So what else was he going to do but just run? So the next time we face these Giants, don't let the run scare you. Let Saquon Barkley scare you. And if you stop that, he ain't got enough. He's just not that guy.
And I'm trying, I want to be a lot more excited than I am.
Don't fight it.
But I'm trying.
Tap the brakes.
I'm trying to tap the brakes a little bit. I'm trying not to say we're going to the Super Bowl right now because.
Oh, so my standards are now your standards. Just say it.
No, I'm still happy with the NFC Championship.
No, just say my
appearance.
standards now become your standards.
No, not right now.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to see him go to the Super Bowl, but
it's funny because if they had lost this game, we'd all be saying, "Oh, it's just one game," and it's the first game. There's a lot of season left.
Right.
But, boy, they win. Let's go. We're going to Vegas
now. Next week when that man comes to town that plays so well in the stadium.
Let's not talk about him.
Well,
right
no.
Now. Let's just
get to that
today.
Get to that on Wednesday.
It's like the whole media in Dallas, the Metroplex. Everybody tapping the brakes. No, stop, man.
Nate's just letting the bus roll right off the cliff. Let's go.
Stop. The thing is, I'm going blow for blow with him. Oh, the Cowboys have gotten everything in place and da-da-da and da-da-da. Now everybody's this subdued guy. No, man. You either believe what you're saying and going to stick to it. You and him, preaching, deacon. So every game that we win, you should come in here blowed up.
Come to the tabernacle. Come to the tabernacle.
Hey, man, now you believe in what I'm believing? Come on, well, let's get excited. Let's get excited.
Come to the tabernacle.
It's like right here. We good.
We good.
We good. All I'm praying for, and the pastor, you hear this right here, all I'm praying for is stay healthy offensive line. And we good. Because what Jesse said, now all that before, what he said all last week, you either going to believe it or you don't.
Were y'all at the end of the game like me when Tyron came back in? I was like, no, big fella. No. We need you in December. Just go on. We good. We
gone.
We good. Go back. But you said it, so you said we good. How did you think the offensive line played against a really good defense?
They played nice. Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Ashawn Robinson, they played nice. They played okay. They ran the ball 30 times. They, I think, passed 25. So the weather dictated what they needed to do. The defense dictated what they needed to do. This team was efficient. Coach McCarthy played it that way. It's hard. It's hard as an offensive-minded guy not to want to be attacking. I mean, just getting it on. And but they did that. And this is what I expect from Coach McCarthy, to protect the lead, even though it was just so out of whack. So we don't know. We'll see when John Wick come in here if he can do a little better. But I'm just being honest with you. I'm excited. And I knew that if I came here over the top,
I was going to say, if this is you excited.
I'm excited.
You sound real excited today, Nate.
I'm just waiting on this explosion now. I'm waiting on this explosion because he said
I was waiting on you. I just knew you were going to come in and rip the roof off.
I'm like you, Jess. I'm starting to listen to everybody else's shows, and I listen to all these other writers, and everybody, it's just one game. I'm like, y'all, I heard last week, the Cowboys are 0-3 and such, and I'm like, hold on now. They finally won an opener.
They're trying to set themselves up for a January letdown. They don't want to get too excited because they're afraid.
I got these dudes going 15-0-2. I need them to win every game they can win.
Jesse, as a special teams guy, that blocked field goal, that they're probably winning that game anyway, right? But maybe not in that fashion. How much does something like that change the whole tempo and outcome and energy of the game?
And to add on to that, if they would have scored, how do you think the game would have, just give us some, hypothetical, how you think if they would have scored?
To kick the field goal?
If they would have made that field goal, how do you think this thing would have turned out? The same way, basically?
No, you don't know, because
that was huge.
It was a huge momentum swing.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like I said earlier, the Giants walked the ball down the football field. Like, they were getting chunk plays, 4, 5, 6 yards of play down the football field. And that block, it spurred on this thing of it felt like the Giants, even in still only being down 6-0, that next series they came out, for whatever reason, Mike Kefka just started to go on, like, we're going to drop back and pass. And the Cowboys said, really? Thank you. And it just seemed like everything from that point just went downhill for the Giants. They were going, they were surging. The block punt happened, and they just started going downhill. Now you look up, you're up 9-0. And then it's 16-0. Then it's 19-0. And then once you get down 19-0, whatever you had in your offensive playbook as far as the opposing offense is done deal. Now we gotta hurry this thing up, pass the ball more. And if any point in time, any team, I don't care what team it is. I do not care what team it is. If they have to get in must passing situations and you got number 11 out there, you in a world of trouble. I don't care the quarterback. I don't care the team. If you get into a situation where the Cowboys are up 16, 19, 20 points, and they know you got to pass,
I remember one time
you in trouble.
Parsons, that was on the left side of the offense. Parsons brought the guard and the tackle together, the guard and the tackle together to try to, just running the game. He made the game look so crazy till Osa was waiting to try to set up the tackle. The tackle wasn't even paying attention to him. And then he finally realized, I'm free. And he ran there and got him a sack. I'm like, I'm with you.
And they lined Mike up everywhere.
Everywhere.
In the A-gaps. They line him up over the guards. They line him up outside. I mean, left side of the ball, right side of the ball. Every single way that you can line him up. And I told y'all this before. Any rep that he is not going forward
is
a wasted rep.
Yeah, it is.
It 100% is. If he is not going after the football, it is a wasted rep. You should never, ever,
I'm buying into that.
ever have him in coverage, covering somebody, follow.
Did they do it at all last night? Did he rush every
time?
They had a graphic, bro. They had a graphic. The thing that was so funny is, even when they, how they picking the team, who's getting cut, and people still had him like, well, if we get in a hurry at linebacker. If you get in a hurry at linebacker, just rush him a little bit more. If you missing somebody at linebacker, because I try to tell everybody, Bell was your guy.
Marquise, yeah.
I mean, Coach Quinn, the day that this guy Overshown got hurt, Coach Quinn said, I got a mic, Nate. I got a mic. I said, well, who is he? Because I'm thinking like, wow, who is this new mic? He said, I got Bell, your boy. He said, I got. So why nobody else saw that? And they just wait. You know what, Jess? I think me and you are a little bit ahead of the curve, man. I think we're a little bit ahead of the curve.
I like it. I'm a ride.
But you know what?
Come on over here with us.
We better. I ain't leaving my boy. I ain't leaving my boy. I fought too hard to get him back in the building. I ain't leaving my boy.
I got a senior pastor.
You see how he's talking?
I got a senior pastor. I can make.
No, that's a deacon. That's a deacon.
I can make.
Just put me as an usher. I don't want to be a deacon yet.
I tell you what. Let's take our first break. When we come back, let's dig into
so he
Micah.
can eat his victory cookie.
I'm definitely eating that in the break. They got the Fruity Pebble cookies
They're
today,
good.
so really good. And let's dig into Micah a little bit more and how he
dig into who?
Micah.
I ain't going with that one.
And you won't want you will not want to miss the intro back from break of the show. Ooh. I'll just put it that way. Listen through the break. You will not be sorry. On Hanging with the Boys when we come back.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
to Hangin' with the Boys.
2:30 restando, 9-0 Vaqueros, 3rd y 19. Bien lo dices, de aquí hasta Weehawken. Atrás busca, flota el pase, sector izquierdo completo. ¡Ah, caray! ¡Balón suelto! ¡Pase interceptado! ¡Ya la diagonal! ¡Qué bárbaro! Es número 26, LeRon Bland. ¡Qué bárbaro! El balón saltó como liebre y Bland dijo ¡Merry Christmas! ¡Qué bárbaro! Entrando en las diagonales. Y fue Trevon Diggs el que aplicó el primer contacto.
Oh,
Was that the interception?
That is the radio call from Victor Villalba,
Victor.
the voice of the Dallas Cowboys on Spanish radio. Which play was that, Chris?
That was the Bland interception, yes.
Okay.
The Trayvon Diggs hit, Bland interception.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. By the way, welcome back to the show. We are in the SWBC podcast studio. This is Hanging with the Boys, presented by Wingstop each and every day, where flavor gets its wings.
Thanks, Dave Cook. What's up, baby?
And our second segment each and every day is brought to you by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, now, Super Bowl bound Dallas Cowboys.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jump on that train.
Let's get on it.
Oh, my God.
You know what else was impressive?
What?
And I'm taking all the Mike McCarthy credit.
Do it.
All of it.
Do it.
You can't have it all, bro. Sorry.
Why, you want some?
Oh, no. The thing that amazes me,
this is going to be good.
This
is going to be good.
Have I not been about Coach McCarthy since the day? Only thing is, I did turn on him when he didn't call plays. You did not turn on him. The only difference is, and I went up and apologized to him during training camp. Coach, I turned on you for 2 years. Now you are back in your normal position, so you're right. I'm going to give you that. Because I did turn on him.
What did he say when you told him that?
He just started laughing because he said, I think he probably said, I don't want to put him in the category with Charles Haley. He just laughed and hugged me, man, and said, boy, you crazy. I'm like, yes, sir, Coach. I'm glad you called it plays.
But the one thing I noticed in the game last night is the way that this new offense on its own has a built-in protection to kind of bad offensive line play or suspect offensive line play in the event that you need to get to it. What do I mean by that is last night, of course, we know that we didn't have Tyler Smith in there for the hamstring injury, and you added Chuma Edoga. And he had his moments. Biotis had his moments where there was a player, too, that old Dexter Lawrence walked him into the backfield a little bit. But the way that the ball comes out in this offense, Dak Prescott last night got the ball out in 2.37 seconds. That is the quickest in all of football. The quickest. So even if you have a situation where you're not quite sure what your offensive line is going to be, where you're not quite comfortable at times with the offensive line protection, the way that this offense is built, it's built to defeat 5-7 step drops where the quarterback has to hold the ball for a long period of time and allow for that defense to get after the quarterback. And so that comforted me in the fact knowing going forward that if we have to miss Tyler Smith again this week, if Tyron Smith ever happens to go down, if things begin to have to be a kind of a musical chairs up front, I'm not saying that we want to, kind of have this all the time, but it's comforting to know that the way that this ball was coming out yesterday, it's built in to help this offensive line.
Let's go back to Micah, and you touched on it earlier, where he draws so much attention.
Yes.
How much does that free the rest of the defense up where they're having to – I mean, you know that happens on offense when you have a stud receiver or, running back or like what does he do on the defensive side of the ball like that?
You just have to be aware. And then when the best success, and I can go back to my days, is when we played against Lawrence Taylor. When we knew he was going to be on that left outside linebacker over there, me and Tuane, we didn't worry. But when they brought him inside to my A-gap, and all of a sudden they put Banks out there, how are you going to handle that? I'm going to have to step down. I can't give you a hand. Even if the protection turned that way, I'm going to have to step down to Lawrence. So Now that frees him up one-on-one with Banks. Now Banks get the feed. That's basically what happened yesterday. Wherever these guys are at, it corrupts your protection because you can't put a center cannot handle Micah Parsons, especially in open space. A center cannot snap and get over to him quick enough. It just ain't happening. He's too fast. So your guard is going to be slow. Even if we turn the protection to the left, Micah Parsons in my A gap, I still got to put a hand there. Now that leaves Osa screaming up the field. So I'm split. I'm split because my center cannot get that right hand snap and get that left hand up quick enough. So that's what he does. He just, that split second. And everybody will tell you in the NFL, all a receiver needs is a split second. All offensive lineman need to block you is a split second. And so that's what he does. He just takes your full attention off your responsibilities. I need a hand. And once you said it right there, that other dude laughing. The other Carl Banks laughing. Osa laughing like, oh, he got to give a hand to this dude here. I'm screaming upfield. And so that's how it goes. That's what he does. And God forbid you get out of the huddle late and they sitting up there with a 5-man NASCAR look. They sitting up with a 5-man NASCAR look and this boy moving around, you can't even set your protection. So sometimes you have 3 guys on one and somebody just running free. Them the easiest sacks in the world. Ask Chauncey. he got 2 like that. He got 2 like that. I mean, he didn't, first one they didn't get to him, but the second one he just ran in there free again on the second one.
What about Turpin? Jesse, you surprised at how they used him last night?
I'm not. I'm excited about it. During the last regime, it was always kind of, hey, this is what you do, and we're not exploring anything outside of that. And I hated that because I'm like, man, when you have that level of speed and talent, you have to make it a viable threat into what you do.
What is he doing?
He is speaking.
What are you doing?
He was speaking the truth. Brother, that burnt me up. You are speaking the truth, bro. Remember last year I kept saying, y'all, they can't even throw this dude a bubble screen.
Did Jesse? He buy you a present or something before the show? Like this
revelation hit him.
The truth? You got hit with the truth?
You can call it what you want, man. Y'all do not remember I kept saying.
When the revelation hits, you can't deny it.
Bro, now the revelation hit.
The voice of reason. It showed up the first week of football.
No. All last year, I'm like, y'all, they can't even throw this dude number 9 a bubble screen. They can't do nothing. And now, not only do they use this kid, they put him in the backfield.
Yeah.
Ahead of Deuce. Come on, man. Go ahead on, Jess. Go ahead on, man. I shouldn't have backed up. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But it goes back to what I was saying earlier this week. When you go back and you look at the Green Bay teams, like Mike McCarthy is going to – he and Dan Quinn are now combining their superpowers in the sense of if you good, we good.
Yeah, we're going to find a way.
We're going to find a way to get you the football. If you got speed, we're going to find a way to use that. If you have a specific talent, we're going to find a way to use that. And every time that we do, we put another thought bubble into the defense and the defense coordinators of the future. Because now you're saying, wait a second. Now 9 lining up in the backfield? Hold on. How do we play this now? A safety? A corner, a nickel, a linebacker.
When he go in motion.
Because now if he goes out in motion, you got to change protection. This is the part of the offense when you're able to set things up. When a team comes out and they see Turpin in the backfield, that defense looked at it and go, whoa. Because the linebacker got him now, right? And if he decides, now if he motions out, we got to bump our coverage, right? This is the chess playing part of it. If I know that on this one, that when I motion him out, and they change that. You see a team, they'll bump their coverage. They'll go to a zone type coverage. Now I know, got him. I know right where this ball's supposed to go. And now I'm able to do things differently offensively. But this is the part that I've been waiting for this Cowboys offense to get to. Is saying, whoever you are, we're going to give you a chance to thrive in the areas where we feel that you're really good at. And we're not going to just box you into You're just a returner. That's just all you are. There's no way a dude should be running a 4-2, 4 something, and you can't find ways to give him the ball if he's an offensive player.
So you really saw.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't even realize you were on the show today.
Well, I'm just letting you guys roll.
I'm glad you're here, Kurt.
All you sit over there says, "Amen." Way to go, Jess.
My deacon hold me up.
Spit information.
My deacon hold me up.
Spit information, Pastor. Spit information,
Staying
Pastor.
quiet so y'all can spit information.
My deacon is holding me up, man. Go ahead, deacon. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
what you need?
So you saw
Say what?
Say
what? What you say? Amen. Hallelujah. Glory.
Was it just the personnel or was the actual play you saw it all? I mean, you saw a significant change.
It's the personnel, right? We've seen, like, when you watch that game, you saw 2 tight end sets. You saw running back, wide receivers in the backfield. You saw bunt sets. You saw, we talked about it last week. They're going to use the entire field. They're going to make this thing go from sideline. From sideline to sideline. They're going to make you play every inch of grass and try to create matchups every which way that they can. And that's an encouragement. We ran a pick play last night, guys. Do you realize?
Boy, when
we ran a pick play last night. Like, you know how long I've been waiting for us to catch up to the rest of the National Football League?
A simple pick play that worked.
Like, just do stuff like that where you're just allowing. Everyone does it. They do it to us. Mm-hmm. And they are successful on it. We were like the only team for 3, 4, 5. We didn't run no deep overs. We didn't run pick plays. And I'm just like, are they watching the other National Football League?
Hey, man, when them 2 dudes bumped into each other, they looked at each other like, did they just run a pick play?
Ran a pick play?
Yeah. They were up to the defensive back and said, these dudes just ran a pick play and we fell for it.
I was like, yes, thank you. Finally,
thank you, bro. Wow. Jess, that blew me away. Because the DB looked at each other like,
we ain't never seen this on film.
Do this?
This ain't in their repertoire.
And you know what? It may not work again, but it worked that one time.
And we tried something new.
That helps the players get open. That helps the players get open.
Well, I mean, New England, Belichick made a living out of that.
So many, but that's those mesh. You can call it rub, pick, mesh, whatever you want to call it. Like, those are the things that you, especially when you have speed. When you have speed, who can outrun angles, who can outrun leverage. I want to set these guys up to be successful with these mesh routes, with these picks or rubs or however you want to call them. I know Nick will say rub or Kyle will say it's a rub route. It's not a pick, it's a rub route. But whatever you want to call it. But to have these type of things happen, man, we should have had more big plays. We should have 47. We dropped the touchdown last night, right? We had 4 other plays where where receivers, tight ends, drop passes that were set up beautifully. This thing is.
Yeah, that's the thing. We talk about the
football horny, guys.
Talk about how the block field goal changed the game, and then the defensive interception right after that. I mean, that was obviously that changed how it was formed. But I mean, you take those out of the way, the Cowboys still, the offensive alone was 27 points. You know, that's good enough to win a game. I mean,
not gaudy numbers either.
No. I mean,
didn't have to.
Yeah,
exactly.
Didn't have to.
Did what you needed to do. Yeah. All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, are you worried about anything? Any red flags from last night?
I have a few, man.
All right. Find out what Nate's red flags are and if Kurt's going to hang around for the third segment of Hangin.
I enjoy listening to the conversation.
We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the People Show. Hanging with the boys. Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, Nate Newton. I'm Shannon Gross. And our third segment each and every day is brought to you by Jigsaw, the dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right. We're going to the Super Bowl. It feels good. Where's the parade going to be, Kurt? Is it going to go through Frisco? Will they have two different parades? Would they do Dallas and then?
I would think they do.
Or would they? You know what they should do? Just march it right up the tollway and just make it a 2-day festival and just all the way up to Frisco. That's what they ought to do. Start planning it
They'll
now.
be having parties everywhere.
Start in Oak Cliff, go through Dallas, right up the tollway. There you go. All right, Nate. Anything to be concerned about? Any red flags? What you got?
Y'all either going to be excited about these Cowboys, y'all are the red flags.
Us?
Yeah, y'all either going to be excited and we're going to come in here
The fans
next week.
or us?
Us. I'm talking about us as media. You know, I just don't like how this media around here everybody's trying to tap the brakes. Either y'all going to get with it from this day on, man. I done went along with this long enough. Either y'all going to get with it, or we going to be talking about this thing all the time and pumped up. I ain't worried about the players. McCarthy got that. DQ got that. I'm worried about y'all, man. Y'all going to be all right? Because if something happens, we lose, I'll probably have to go call an ambulance or something to get y'all up, man. Come on, man.
The way you started the show.
Yeah. I'm sitting there watching. I'm trying to get a vibe from y'all, man. Especially after Jesse done already put us in the Super Bowl.
I thought we were going to have to come over there.
I thought Jesse was going to be here. I told you, believe in me. I'm da-da-da. Come on, man.
I am the way, the truth.
Come on, man. Kurt scared to speak, trying to wait on what Jesse going to say. Come on, man. I ain't having this, man.
Got to follow his leader.
Yeah, man.
Kurt, any concerns
they always
from you?
trying to divide. Why are they always trying to divide us?
I ain't trying to divide. I want y'all to get close.
You always trying to.
I want y'all to be close.
Man. We got a strong foundation.
Yeah.
Our church is built. Our church is built on faith.
Yeah. Scary faith.
No.
Yeah.
Our church is built on faith. We stand on what we say. We've been saying it for a while. We finally got what we wanted. Mike McCarthy calling the plays. Tabernacle.
All right.
Tabernacle.
Like Kurt?
At this point, I don't have any real concerns. I mean, the
tight ends
are getting
a little bit.
Well, they're getting a little criticism, but I mean, it was a rainy night, wet ball. They're young. I think they'll be okay. They're not going to be Jason Witten, but as a group, I think
they still young. You don't know.
Maybe they will be Jason.
All right, hater. What you got?
Not this year. He's not a hater this year.
Jeez Louise.
Golly, he hurt your heart, dude.
If anybody's got red flags,
I looked around. I was like, "Who are we talking to?" I was like,
if anybody's got red flags, it's gonna be you.
Wow.
No, man, I'm in.
I'm good.
We good.
Wow.
Wow. For real, wow.
The Cowboys are doing what we said they were going to do. We all picked them to win this game.
Who got the closest, Chris?
Nobody.
Hold on. That's a lot of math.
Probably Chris. But I mean, we all had them scoring points.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, we were on Price is Right. We all would lose.
How? Kurt brought it up. Rainy, and I mean, it was coming down. It hadn't rained like that in New York in a long time when they played up there. How hard is that What's the hardest position to play when it's raining like that? DB?
Quarterback. Especially because Troy was not a wet ball quarterback. So when it rained, boy, we knew we were going to run that rock. We knew we were going to run that rock. Troy did not want to be throwing that ball.
Did it affect y'all on the offensive line much?
No. It was it slowed guys down. For us, it slowed guys down, but it evidently don't apply to these Cowboy defense.
What about you, Jess? Is it tougher with the gloves and the technology these days? The balls
doesn't make a difference.
A little bit, right? A little bit, yeah. I mean, if it's a torrential downpour, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, but for the most part, I mean, yeah.
Once you're in it, though, once you're in it, you make the adjustment, and it's those that can make that adjustment. But like I said, when I first heard it was raining, I'm like, oh man, that's advantage Giants. All they got to do is run the ball and slow the game down. But once they got behind, it's like I'm telling you, these guys are like they never slowed down, you know.
That shot of Daniel Jones at the end of the game, sitting on the bench, he's soaking wet. They're down by 40. That's when I kind of felt sorry for him.
Oh man,
that was, they were miserable.
I felt bad. I felt terribly bad when they were talking about it on the broadcast. About Daniel Jones still in the game because that's leadership and you want to go down with the ship.
That's stupid shit.
Do you want to know predictions, by the way?
Came close.
Did you say ship?
Came close there.
Or did you say
ship or
stupid ship?
Oh,
okay.
ship.
I thought you said something else.
And as they're saying,
I wonder if that's on the unapproved.
And as they're saying it, Sam Williams jumps off sides and levels Daniel Jones.
Yeah, man. I had a great shot of that.
I was like, awful. I was like, I mean, it was just like football in his chest.
That's when you need to get out.
Yeah,
you need to let that guy out of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the predictions, Chris?
All right, prediction: Shannon 20-11. Jesse was 24-20. Kurt was 21-17. I'm going to do Nate last. I was 28-20. So by default, I think Nate wins because his prediction was low.
About 3 points.
I mean, if he was talking about the Giants, he wins.
Yeah.
If he was talking about the Cowboys,
he loses.
Man. Did anything surprise you guys?
Well, we talked about it earlier. Turpin, the way they used him. I thought that they had been talking about using him some more in the offense, and it sounded like at camp they were using him. But still, I wondered, was he just going to be a return guy? And then to see him line up in the backfield several times, I thought if a little guy's going to run the ball, it's going to be Deuce. I didn't expect them to. But like you were saying, taking advantage of the personnel and the speed kills.
Yeah.
So.
Anything surprise you guys?
Just when the onslaught started, I thought with the two coaches of the New York Giants, the defensive coordinator, Coach Martindale, and Coach Dayball, the head coach, I thought they would be able to slow it down after the halftime. To stem it a little bit. They didn't. That got me in the way they. And I know you have to play your starting quarterback, and I know you have to go down with the ship. I've seen it with Troy several times. But limit those hits. Limit those reckless runs that he had because this kid still has 16 more games. I did not like that. I just didn't think that was too cool.
Yeah, I was surprised of how bad the Giants played. Honestly, I thought this team was going to take that second-year jump with the head coach. And, I talked about moving them out of booty juice status and just moving them into booty.
Are they back in the juice?
Moving them into where?
Booty. They were going from booty juice to just booty.
Are they back in the juice?
They so far in the stank of that thing.
Is that because the Cowboys are so good, or do you think they really are bad?
I don't think
it's hard to say now.
I don't think they're that bad, but I do think defensively, I think this Cowboys team is that good.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the team in San Francisco and our Cowboys of the two best defenses in the league, and I cannot wait till Week 5.
Don't count out Philadelphia now.
Philly, yeah, but
don't count.
I watched some of that. I watched a lot of that Niners game, and just the way those dudes.
Yeah.
I was watching. I'm with you. I was watching the Niners game. They gave Pittsburgh, is I'm correct?
Yep.
2 or 3 times in their red zone, and they still couldn't do that. I mean, in their red zone, and still couldn't do that.
And this was let's don't downplay how big of a week one this is
for the East.
Washington won.
Yes.
Philly won.
Yes.
Cowboys won big. San Francisco won. So I mean, you needed this game after week one just to nothing else keep from falling behind. So
and the Chicago Bears need to just give it up.
Man.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, come on.
Packers might have something going there.
I've never. I'll sit off here. I don't want to do it.
And
The Bears need to give it up, man. I'm not joking.
Before we go, let's not forget what today is.
Yes.
9/11. Don't ever forget all the people that lost their lives on that day. Where were you at that day, Jesse?
I was in Miss A's, Miss Abdumal. I know she probably was scared that day when everything went down. Miss A's classroom, my English class in high school. I remember we pulled out the TV on the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, on the little wheel, the cart.
Yeah.
What about you, Kurt?
I was at work. We were
work where?
With the Rangers, and we were at the ballpark. Michelle, she was there, and we had the TV on. We were watching. We didn't see the first one. We saw the second one, but I remember we were actually on deadline, so we were in a big hurry. But they came through. They determined the ballpark was a potential target, so they made us all leave. So that was kind of wild.
We could see the smoke, like being in Jersey. You could see this. You could see like the clouds were just smoky gray. You could see it.
Wow.
From I mean, I'm 35 minutes from New York City, from Manhattan, so you could see the smoke from where we were.
We were walking down the stairwells, and we were kind of like, why did we leave? We were busy and everything, but then you see guys start walking up the stairs in hazmat suits and fire, and we're like, okay, we better get out of here. So.
Wow. Where were you at, Nate?
I was just got up, was waking up. I had drove from Georgia to Nashville, I think, or Tennessee State. I don't know what school that's, what part of the state it is. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was there. I was waking up because I had drove, because I was working for BET, and I drove over there to do an interview with the coaches and just to, learn their players and stuff like this. When I woke up, I got out of the car and went into the store. Like, hey, man, so I go into the store, and all these people like, man, wow. And they had a little TV over there, like a little monitor. I'm thinking, like, why are they looking at the security TV? And you see all this smoke just bellowing out of this building. And they're like, man, these people have just hit the, the buildings. Yeah. And I'm like, man. So I get to thinking, like, wow, this is weird. We've been terrorists attacking us, the U.S. And so that's where I was, man. I went on to the school, and everybody like, man, you need to go on back home. All right, I got in the truck and turned my radio on and listened to it all the way.
I was in class. Well, actually, I was in the student union building studying for a test. All
right, man. Let's end this show. Let's end the show.
All right.
You were studying?
Yeah,
in class?
Stop
lying. Don't lie on this. Don't lie on this day.
You don't have to lie to
Don't lie on this. Don't lie on that. On this.
No, I did.
We was having a good moment, and you gonna bring that lie in there.
I was going and I was
studying. You hear this guy?
I mean, he tried to make it seem real serious.
I was in the student.
I can't roll with you on that. You ain't studying nothing.
There were some girls that sat down next to me, and they were talking about it, and then they were talking about like plane hitting the Pentagon. I was like, these girls are nuts. They don't know what they're talking about. So I went to class, walked to my class, and I walked in, and they had wheeled the TV in. It's before every class had a
monitor.
Yeah, and didn't see the first one, and we were watching. We started watching, I think, right after the second, right before the tower fell, and it was just like dead silence. There were probably 30 people in our class, and we were just all just sitting there watching. It was crazy. And then I went to eat across the street.
I believe that.
And then the president's plane landed at Barksdale, which was an hour and a half from Monroe, where I was in school at, which was kind of wild. But yeah, so don't forget. Great show, fellas.
Thank you.
Going to the Super Bowl, Kurt. Glad you participated today.
NFC Championship game,
great insight, great research. I hope you bring it again like that later this week. Nate. Always good to see you, man. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air.
Tell you something.
Wow.
Hey, y'all would not bring this depression in here no more. I'll just let y'all know that. Depression. This was
Let's take calls tomorrow. 888-855-2297. Let's see how the fans are feeling. See how the fans are feeling tomorrow. We'll be back. Do I?
No.
You just get computer on.
No.
Yeah, we got to do computer, man.
No.
We got to do computer.
Let's end the show.
It's 3 against 2.
No,
3 against 2.
All right, we got to go.
3
Let's
against
see
2.
about Hanging with the
Computer
Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?